Guys, it's Ryan here with Digital Plumber. Hope you're doing well. Hey, I want to come at you with another video this week. This is something we get asked about a lot. So, a lot of HVAC shops, plumbing shops, any sort of home service industry has a common question about AdWords. That's right. Know them, love them, AdWords. Now, real quick, if you're not familiar with what AdWords is, it is Google's pay-per-click marketing system. So basically what that means is when customers sit down on a computer, they type in a search term, HVAC repair, need a new water heater. Google takes that search and submits it to a bid auction. So you can actually bid to have your results placed at the top and the bottom at the side of a search listing. So they're always kind of tweaking the formula. Sometimes it's 3 at top, sometimes it's 4 at the bottom, sometimes it's 4 at the top. It's always dynamic, it's always changing. The point is, you can actually pay to have your company's ad at the top of the search page, at the bottom of the search page, or underneath the map listing. And you've seen these everywhere. It always is there. And it's a really effective tool because you know that when a customer is actually doing the search, they're interested in whatever you're trying to do, right? So a lot of companies, a lot of guys are trying to figure out how to make the most, because if you don't do AdWords well, you can easily waste a ton of money. I mean, we've seen clients before they found us coming in spending sometimes $2,000-$3,000 a month and not seeing any traffic from it, not seeing any customer coming in. So this is one of those important things you got to get right. It can make or break a marketing effort. So here are 5 things you need to know about AdWords that will optimize it for HVAC companies, for plumbing companies, for any service industry. These are the 5 things you have to understand about AdWords to have it make the most, all right? So, number 1, put like keywords together. Now, this sounds strange. A lot of times what happens is that people, when they're getting new into AdWords, unless they understand how to optimize it, they'll put in every possible keyword under the sun, right? They'll say plumbing, plumber, plumber near me, your city name plumber, plumbing services, and they'll just kind of fill out this list on what kind of keywords you want. And Google doesn't exactly help because they'll have this little bar on the side that's like, hey, have you thought about this word and this word and this word? And they'll easily bombard you with 40, 50, 60, 80, 100, 200 keywords for one ad. The problem is that you're going to end up spending more per ad click because Google doesn't know exactly where that ad wants to go. So if somebody's looking for, hey, I need an air conditioner replaced or I need a water heater replaced, it sees those same AdWords in your ad. All those keywords are showing up in your one ad. Google doesn't know how important your solution is to the customer. It's a little bit confused. So here's how we do it here at Digital Plumber. Pardon my handwriting. This is our NCAA March Madness style AdWords bracket. So what we literally start with doing is we break down every possible keyword search, things that people are going to be doing. And see, this side, left hand, we actually break out more than one ad per thing. So if you're a plumber, water heater is going to be a common thing. We actually break one ad for water heater, and we do another one that's also for water heaters, pulling from the same keywords. But we're going to try a different approach to maybe see if we can't get more clicks. So we're going to say maybe this one offers a 10% discount for people wanting to do a new install. Maybe this says you're doing emergency service. We're going to experiment to see which one of these wins. Whichever one of these ads wins, we're going to get rid of the losing one, put another ad in its place, and try to do the same thing. Have them fight in battle. We always want the best ad working for you. So the keywords in this category are really loaded up with anything related to water heater repair on this section. And down here, we're going to say all these keywords are loaded with water heater replacement. So we're going to try to make it where these 2 ads will only be seen if somebody's trying to figure out something about a water heater repair. And this one's talking about water heater replacement. So for repair, you can probably make the argument that they're going to be trying to do it-yourself sort of solutions like DIY. So we want to tailor these ads to start worrying about saving them time, headache, trouble, money, expense, whatever. These are stopping them in the middle of the DIY process. By the time they're talking about replacing it, they're looking at buying one. So these ads are going to be talking about saving them money, saving them hassle, because they're already having to do a replacement of a major appliance that they don't want to have to do. So we want to make it as easy for them. So two ads always competing for the same keyword. And we literally branch these out, right? So you can go down. So maybe you're doing AC, right? So one AC is, hey, it's not cooling, so we're going to do 10% off. Maybe one is $25 off a service call. One's a percentage, one's $1. And you literally break down every one of your ad groups into this sort of Final Four bracket style. So you have multiple ad groups, they have multiple keywords in them, but they're only targeted at that one area, right? At water heater repair, water heater replacement, air conditioning service, whatever. You go down the list and you only serve the ads that are most relevant for that particular search. Eventually, you start going down into, and this whole thing starts fleshing out and filling up. So you have multiple campaigns, you have multiple ad groups, you have multiple keywords per ad group, and you start really starting to fine tune who's doing well. Now, here's another pro tip. This isn't one of the 5. This is still number 1 of linking AdWords together. We always recommend bidding on keywords that are your competitor's name or your company's name. So if you have a large competitor in town, they get all the traffic, they're on all the billboards, create an ad group just for them. Because when people are searching for that company, you're going to pull up as an option. So we want to make sure that you're also bidding not just on keywords that are more generic, right? Need a plumber, need HVAC repair, but also someone who's looking directly for a competitor. 9 times out of 10, we can steal away business from a large competitor just by making really good ads to get your customers' attention and get in front of them. So that's step number 1, link AdWords together. Number 2, if you don't do this now, you should. It will save you tons of money. You should at least most weekly, maybe even once a month, review your negative search terms by actually looking see what your search terms were used. So in your ads, when you go to search terms and keywords, there's actually a button in AdWords that lets you see what were the search terms that were used when your ads appeared. Almost every time, those take some massaging to get in, because you'll see people will be searching for like plumbing supply or they're looking for air conditioner coils. They're probably not people who are likely going to be buying your service. They're looking for something that's a subset that would actually have that same keyword. So what we say to do, hey, go through, we're going to find all the things that people are actually searching for, and we're either going to revise your keywords so that those things are included to make it more relevant, or B, if they're irrelevant, like plumbing supply, we're going to add that as a negative search term. Now, a negative search term in AdWords is basically saying if somebody uses that keyword, your ad will not show. So rather than that keyword making it show, it's actually going to make it not show. So make sure that the only people who are seeing your ad are people who are likely customers in your area looking for the service that you're providing, not some fringe competitor or bizarre sort of outcrop that doesn't really apply to what you're wanting to do. So that's number 1, group keywords together. Number 2, review your search terms and make them negative. Number 3, this is kind of a review on the second point. Use negative keywords. If you're not using negative keywords at all, you're wasting money. You're getting clicks, you're paying for exposure that are not customers for you. Sometimes we can see 10, 20% of an AdWords budget being wasted by companies not realizing that those clicks aren't helping them. Yes, they're getting clicks on their site, and yes, they see that and go, oh, that's great, we're getting more potential customers. The problem is they're not looking for what you're selling. So it's the same sort of thing as if you, let's pretend you're selling tomatoes and somebody's looking for tomato soup. They're still going to use the word tomato in their search. But if that's your keyword and they're searching for tomato soup, they're going to land on your site selling them tomatoes and go, no, this isn't what I want, and leave. You've already paid for that click. It's done. You've lost that money. You've lost that customer because you're talking to the wrong people. So use negative keywords. It'll save you a ton of money. So number 1, use like keywords, group them together. Number 2, look at your search terms and revise accordingly. 3, use negative keywords. It'll save you a lot of money. Number 4, this is a fun one for us. Use the ad scheduler. Use the ad scheduler. So a lot of you probably don't know, you can actually schedule when your ads are going to be shown. So how this works, we recommend that a company does their normal operating hours. So if it's 8 to 5 or 9 to 6, whatever company's normal operating hours are, we start those ads going about 30 minutes before the company opens and stop it about 30 minutes before the company closes for the day. Basically, the idea is if somebody's calling at 4:59 and you close at 5, you're probably not going to be able to get to them that day. It doesn't make a lot of sense to waste a lot of effort and a lot of money getting a click that somebody won't even be able to answer the phone call for. So we turn them off just before business ends and turn them on just before business starts. Here's where else they can help you. So if you have an ad scheduler, you can actually prioritize that most of your ad spend happens earlier in the day. So what this means is it will try to actually deplete your ad budget and not rather than like equally space it out through an 8 to 5 business day. It'll try to prioritize it where it's spinning it out by noon or 1 o'clock, which means you're going to get more customers earlier in the day. You'll likely fit them in your schedule faster. That way, your guys are booked, your trucks are out, you're not having to worry about what sort of work's coming in. If you slow it out, if you stretch it out, it's still spending the same budget, but you're spending more money later in the day where you're less likely to be able to service that customer right away. So we always try to optimize front end of the day, spend that budget out as quickly as possible so that your calls are coming in, your guys are going out, your trucks are busy, and you're not having to worry about it. Same budget, just where you're allocating it. Here's another pro tip with the ad scheduler, and here's one that when we set it up for our companies, they thank us for it, and it changes their world. We actually create 2 different campaigns. One that's an auto scheduler for their normal business operating hours, right? So it's 8 to 5, Monday to Friday, whatever. And we do another that they only activate for evenings and weekends. So for the 24-hour shops that do emergency service, this way, they can turn off the evening and weekends without really affecting anything else. So they can say, you know what, we got enough work, we have enough big projects coming up, we don't want to have to worry about paying overtime or having guys go out on the weekend or having someone on call. That's fine. You can manually turn on and off weekend and overtime sort of hours for your ads so that you're only paying for the ones that you really want to work on when you want to work on them. And if you only want to do 24 hours and weekends, great. Leave that sucker on all the time. But you're going to get more results better if you separate them out. So one is always during business hours. It's no big deal. One is for special hours. That way you can have a little bit more control over, I want to sleep in on a Saturday morning, or I'm going to go out of town on vacation. I don't want to have to worry about new calls coming in. Doesn't matter. You have that flexibility. It makes it easy. So number 1, keywords together. 2, look at your search terms, make them count. Number 3, use the negative keywords. Stop wasting money on clicks that aren't for you. Number 4, use the ad scheduler. It will save your life and get you better calls faster. Number 5, here's a big one. Focus on your mobile customers. In AdWords, a lot of you don't know this, you can actually prioritize what mobile customers see. So you can make ads just for a mobile device. You can make AdWords extensions just for a mobile device. So here's what this means. If more than half of all web traffic is coming from a smartphone, right, coming from a small screen like this, what you're going to do is you can, in AdWords, prioritize so that if somebody is on a smartphone, you can actually increase your bid just on a smart device. You can actually even create a little button that says when they're on a smartphone, it'll come up with a click to call. They don't go to your website. They don't have to remember a number and type it in. They literally just press on the ad and it directly calls your number. Now, here's why this is important. If your customer is doing a search on a desktop, chances are they're not really ready to make a buying decision. Chances are, again, we're talking about less than half the web traffic. They're doing research, they're wanting to compare quotes, they have a project coming up, maybe a remodel or renovation. So by the time they're doing something, they're not always ready to pull the trigger. However, if they're searching for a plumber or an HVAC company on a smartphone, chances are it's because they're outside looking at their compressor not working and trying to fix it and are ready to call someone. Or they're standing at their water heater and seeing it leak all over the garage floor and are ready to get it fixed. Customers on a mobile device are more likely to want to convert into paying customers. So we prioritize the ad spend for mobile. We prioritize the extensions for mobile so that when they are on a mobile device, they get to click the call. We try to make it where, as much as possible, we go after guys on a smartphone. They're going to be better customers for you and convert much faster. So there it is, guys. Those are the 5 things that if you implement these things today, they will start saving you a lot of money and get you better results with your AdWords. So link them together, your keywords, group them together. Think NCAA, March Madness. Review your search terms. Make sure you're making decisions accordingly, revising your positive keywords and your negative keywords. Use your negative keywords. They will save you a lot of money. Use the ad scheduler. You'll love us. You'll thank us for it later. 5, focus on mobile. Prioritize those customers. They're ready to go. They're ready for you to come out there and help deliver great service. So guys, there it is. Hope that's helpful. That's the 5 things you can do to optimize your AdWords today. If this is helpful, we'd love to know what your thoughts. Leave a comment below. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube. We're always giving out videos like this. If there's something that you'd like more information on, let us know. Just leave it in the comments. We'd love to get back to you. And as always, check us out at digitalmarketingforplumbers.com. We're always doing this for HVAC and plumbing companies and different service industry companies across the country and getting really great results by doing not just AdWords, that's an important part, but we also do the web design and the SEO. Because here's another pro tip. We won't talk about this now. It's a whole other topic. If your website is not optimized for your traffic, if it's slow, if it doesn't look good on a mobile device, you're going to be paying more for click than your competitor. We're always trying to say, when you're doing AdWords, pay as little for click as possible. Some guys are doing 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks a click. When you optimize it, when you do all the parts down, you can get your clicks down to $2, $3, $4, $5. It's incredible. Saves you a ton of money, gets you better results. So another video, another time. Let us know what you thought, and I hope this is helpful. We'll talk to you next time.